You go into the wind, and the wind and the waves and everything want to push you back. So you have a very little time to do the tech, and every little fuck up is ruining the whole maneuver. There is a lot of mistakes that can be made, and so like wearing will always work, but the tech will it quite likely will fail. If a tech works, it is a hip hip hooray for the whole crew because nobody made the mistake. If one of people make a mistake, it will come back to the old course. Then you try to, and then you come back again. Yeah. I'll show the perfect tech maneuver now, and after that we do the fuck ups. Yeah. Okay. So now we are sailing close to the wind, and we are going to prepare the maneuver. So the crew is putting everybody on the positions, so they have to know the ropes and what to do. Okay, now we are going to make a bit more speed. So the helm does this, and the ship does this. So now she's gaining more speed. Okay, and then the helms go. And then the helm goes up, and she's mounting to the wind. And at the moment that the jibs are not really working very hard no more, we say, okay, lower jib number 3. By lowering jib number 3, we lose pressure on the 4. So it's easier to come with the head to the wind. At this position, the yards are not working no more. They are shivering, flapping. At this position, we pull on the starboard sheet of the spanker, so there is more pressure on the aft, so the wind will push the aft away. We lower number 3, and number 2 and number 1 stay off, and they flap. It's inevitable. At this moment, this is the most interesting moment, and this is the crucial moment of the because she is almost into the wind, but she is not through the wind yet. This is the critical moment, and at this moment, this sail is full aback, and this sail is flapping because she's covered by this sail. The wind is not blowing on this sail, only at this little corner. You can see the wind. Okay, what would happen if we at this moment we cast off all the braces of the main mast? If we in 2 or 3 seconds, bang, the main mast comes over. And but it won't help to turn, but it's a good moment to do this. And then, well, we hope she's still turning further. Once that she is so far like this, and the foremast is well aback, and then she might go in the reverse. There's no problem. Then we put the helm to the other side, and the power of the wind on this sail have this effect. It is 90 degrees on the sail. So this is the direction of the forces on the mast. So it will push the ship backwards and more to starboard. So that's good if the ship goes more to starboard. Yeah? Okay, there she comes. Well, and she will go more to the aft like that. And so now we can sheet on the jib piece, and can adjust the spanker. And if she is this far, we say, okay, brace the 4. At this moment, we said, brace the main. Tom, there she goes. And now we say, brace the 4. And now they brace the 4, but the bracing the 4 is heavy work because the wind is pushing in it. Pull. Okay, there she is. So now the ship is still sailing backwards, and she will fall and fall and fall, but then she, with the wind in the sail, she will gain velocity forward, and then she will respond to the helm as faster as she goes, and then she will make a tendency to go more forward, and then we say, if she is really coming back to the wind again, we set jib number 3 again. Yeah, and once the jib number 3 is set, we do it all over again to adjust all the sails, eh?
Mama.
And when we cast off these braces,
Yeah. So the braces that we give out, they should be well on the deck, that they do not get tangled up. Because now we do the fuck-ups. Yeah. So we are going to do the deck, eh? So everything goes all right. Okay, brace the main. Okay, there he goes. And then a lot of knots in the rope, and it blocks like in this position. And the wind is slowing the ship very much down, and then she will fall back to the old course, and the tack maneuver did fail. And if we do a tack maneuver because it's a rocky coast over there, then we will die. So sometimes it matters. And okay, so there was the fuck up with the main, bracing the main. If the ropes get spaghetti, then you have a problem. Okay. Another problem, another fuck up what you can have is enthusiasm. Too much enthusiasm. So too greedy enthusiasm. Yeah. So on the jippies, these sheets are tight, and the sheets on the other side, on port side, they should be pulled a little later when the jibs come over. Can you imagine if we are like here, and they start too early with pulling the jibs over, because they don't wait it long enough. They're happy, pull, and then the wind is blowing on the jib, and she won't come further. She turns back, and then there's another failed. Tacking with the square rigger is really an insult for all the physics laws.
What?
The law of physica.
Физический закон.
Yeah, so if you ask a physician, is it possible to go against the wind with the square rigger and come around? My calculations say no, it's not possible. Oh, and yet we try it every time, eh? So,
We're still trying.
So because if it
Мы транслейтер, да, говорит, что поворот на корабле с прямыми парусами — это такая штука, которая вроде как физически невозможна, но мы все равно каждый раз пробуем и снова и снова.
So we try and so if it works, if it doesn't fail, we're very proud. Yeah.
Question?
Questions? Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a question?
We always coil the ropes or clockwise.
Yeah.
Why is it so?
Well, that's very important. Yeah. Because of the way that the rope is made. If you try to do it anti-clockwise, you see all 8 figures in the rope, and you have a lot of knots, and then that will not work. But if you have the rope, that rope goes like that, you must do clockwise. The other rope, the braided ropes, that doesn't matter very much.
The braided, you mean flat?
Нет, есть веревки, которые скручены, и для них очень важно, а есть ровненькие, гладенькие, да, и там все равно.
Это то, что вы крутите, да?
Вот когда мы сворачиваем веревки, мы должны сворачивать голосовой стрелку, потому что...
Даже они свинчены, иначе они будут восьмерку. Нет, они восьмерку раскручивают. Придется очень долго их раскручивать.
А вот эти часа дополнительно как называются?
Лисели.
Сисел.
Do you use
Лисел.
Oh yeah, lysal. Yeah. We can use but they call stun sails. but Lysel, yeah. Then you on the lower yard you can stick out sticks on the Fokkera.
Yes.
Yeah, and on the Fokkemassera, and we can make a Lysel. But for Lysel you need steady weather and the wind at the quarter like this. And the nice thing of the if we would say like this in the trade winds, passat, then especially if we are sailing a course like this, so that the jibs, if the jibs are covered by the square sails, you miss the power of the balance power of the jibs. So if as soon as the jibs are covered by the foremast, then the ship will have a tendency to turn into the wind. And the nice thing of these sails on the side is that they balance out again the helm, so you have a steady course. So that makes these sails very helpful. But they are a lot of work, and so you need and you lock up the ship. You cannot steer very easy no more. So you need space, like on the ocean, and that if you encounter another vessel, it's very hard to avoid the collision because you cannot tack, you could wear, but you cannot do tack maneuver with the stun sails on.
And we cannot turn.
Not.
Если мы поставили паруса, то мы не можем, получается, повернуть.
Yeah, we can turn. If this is the wind, we can turn like this, but not very much further.
Что получается больше, с одной стороны ставится для баланса, когда ты идешь не чисто,
ну да, это понятно.
Да? Потом, когда ты поворачиваешь, тебе нужно сначала эту фигню снять.
То есть надо снять, да?
А иначе баланс у тебя не будет. Паруса нет,
Да,
ты не сможешь повернуть, он будет как рычаг толкать его
Да.
обратно.
То есть сначала должен снять, потом вот позади
Я
стоит
вот
для
этого не знал,
поворота.
интересно. То есть, а второй ставится, когда мы идем, наверное, если полным курсом идем, полным виндом, тогда можно ставить и второй.
Yeah.
Я не с английским.
If the wind is from behind or for the wind, then you could do it on both sides, and then you would set all the sails of the foremast, and you would not use the sails of the mainmast, because if you set the sails on the mainmast, the foremast will just shiver.
Они будут приводить к ветру и закрывать, создавать.
And you make them extra.
Да, я попроси еще раз,
And
пожалуйста,
spinnaker we also
And then there's the spanker. The spanker goes down as well, yeah, if the wind is from behind, because then with the spanker gives a much pressure and want to turn the ship into the wind. So it's always, you're always looking for the best balance.
So the spanker wouldn't help with this situation to balance the ship.
in this
No,
situation.
only listen.
Yeah.
Only for
Yeah,
overstop?
if we on a course like this, we would not use the spanker, but we use the main course, the grootzeil, and we use the fore course. The sail on the lower yard. We didn't set it yet. Maybe from Enkhuizen to Hoorn we set it.
We use spinnaker only on this course.
Yeah. If you're with the wind at the beam or closer to the wind. Yeah. If you go more off the wind, then it's no use. It's in a race we use everything. So if we are racing, but it is not helping us, doesn't give much extra speed. But the benefit of it that it's squeezing out the wind for the competition on this side. You understand? If we use on this course, we use the spanker and we use a lot of sails, a lot of extras. It doesn't speed us up very much. It doesn't help us to more speed. But if the enemy is here, the wind is so much squeezed out. Yes. So we spoil his wind with that. So the competition is here. And we hear the wind. So then yeah, that is it's for racing tactics is good. For speed is not very good. For tactic is good.
To create wind shadow, yes?
Yeah. To make a better wind shadow. To make like. But you also did already a workshop about the power of the wind. Eh? How we use the wind power. You already did a workshop about that. Shall I do a little workshop about that? Yes. But I do make a drawing on the board then, eh?
Wait. First, Andrei has a question.
Okay, yeah? Question?
Чего? Я хотел просто попросить его еще раз показать.
Оверштаг?
И тот, и другой. Я так понял, что оверштаг здесь сложнее крепить, чем через фордевин.
Again, overstap? Yeah? And wearing? Yeah, for the wind wearing? Yeah, okay. First overstap, eh?
И последовательность, то есть вот там же получается...
Maybe we try ourselves, yes, to...
Да, то есть, ну, существуют какие-то этапы этого поворота. Что происходит в этот момент? Без разницы, можно фордевин.
Сам простой какой.
Давай через фордевин, хорошо?
Так?
Yeah? Turn around for the wind?
Yes, we want to...
Okay? Okay, you do.
Нет, у нас нет.
Yeah, we take away the spanker, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Надо поворачивать туда, сначала руки.
Руль. Да.
Yeah?
Нам нужно, чтобы...
Сейчас создастся ветровая тень для этой. Значит, нужно тогда это делать.
Yeah? So we brace this one that it catches little wind.
Сюда.
Yeah.
Сейчас тут начнем заполаскивать. Значит, мы еще движемся.
Вот этот помогает нам, помогает
Да,
нам.
можно перебросить его сюда.
Yeah? Then, so put the other side. And now we brace.
После этого,
Yeah?
после этого мы фордевин. Все, я понял.
Я не поняла, что
Хвостик, хвостик.
No, I come back and then
потом мы поднимаем.
and then
But can you show what happens with the foremast during the turn?
during the turn. Okay. If you don't have a lot of people, right? So we have not enough people. Then okay, then you work. It's very good to have not too many people. So you must take priorities. What is important? And if we have only one team and we chase around the ship, then we say, okay, the team first. Then we're sailing like this, or we're sailing like this, and want to turn around with the jibing, and they say, okay. First we take away the speaker. Okay, now team go to forward to the braces of the main mast. So and now we do this. I say, okay, square up the main. Turn it up like that. Okay.
Ситуация как перелку.
Это толкает,
Yeah.
это не мешает.
Okay, and then the square, and then you say, okay, team, go to the jippies, pull the jippies to the other side. Okay, now team, go to the foremast, brace the foremast over 45 degrees. Okay, team, to the main mast, close hold. Okay, team, set the spanker. So they're very busy, the little team. Yeah, and then you can close off, and then you say, adjusting the sail. Yeah, we should make a team with you. And so one of you is the mast captain of the main mast, and someone else is mast captain of the foremast, and then we can practice these things. Eh?
Без ветра.
Yeah, we can, yeah.
Вместо города. Когда у нас время будет?
А это же не очень долго.
Слушайте, ну это займет у нас как 20 минут. Ну что, полчаса.
Так,
Пока мы будем туда-сюда бегать.
Полчаса.
Как придем в порт, after we arrive and try to...
Yeah, but we can also on the way, we can brace on the way. when we are,
The way,
yeah, because in our on the
Ну,
engine.
будем командовать, а
sounds on.
малышня двигать.
А, ну, кстати, да.
Yeah.
Вот хорошая мысль, мне она нравится. Вот Саня в курень смотрит, блин, реально, вот
Только мы не сможем вот со
We can
спинакера.
very easy train some racing of the main mast. Yeah. Who wants to be the captain of the mast? You?
Нет.
Yeah. No. You want to be the captain of the mast?
No.
No. You want to be the captain? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we need 4 persons to pull and 2 persons to pay out, because you can give out two lines at the same time. Yeah. Come on. Let's practice. We go to yeah. We go.
Никит, выключи, пожалуйста.